there, beautiful souls, and welcome to day 14, I think we're up to, on the Choosing Love Over Fear challenge that you guys know I've been doing over these last couple of weeks. And today I wanted to deliver today's message a little bit in connection from yesterday's message. If you guys didn't see that message, you can check it out on my previous post. But basically I was just letting you guys in on the fact that I was about to go and have a ice bath, cold plunge, whatever you call it. And, you know, it was all about challenging yourself. And today I wanted to kind of report back a little bit on that one. And today's message is all about how if you don't test yourself, you'll never realize what you're capable of. And so today I'm hoping that what I'm going to share with you will just inspire you to, test yourself, go a little bit extra, push yourself past your current limits, see what you're actually capable of and what's possible for you. And, you know, so yesterday I went and did that, the ice bath, cold plunge thing. And previously I'd done it once before, a little bit differently. And I had managed to do 2 minutes in total, which was a bit of a big feat for me at that time. And for those of you out there, if you've ever gone into a cold plunge or an ice bath, then you'll know that time slows down and it can be pretty painful, and it's definitely a mindset game, but also like your physical body. So yesterday it was great because my partner and I went and had a beautiful sauna. We got all hot, and then we went into the part of the place where you go into the ice bath and you have to have a bit of a shower. And it was a really good move from my partner, who saw the timer go off and he just went, the minute's coming up, let's just go. And so there was no thought involved. We just both went straight into the ice bath and right to kind of head or chin kind of depth, and all the rest of the body underneath, and we just stayed there for 3 minutes. And it was like painful. In the past when I've done it, I had my hands out like holding on to the edge of the bath. And what I really was battling with when I got into the ice bath yesterday was like how that felt like pins and needles like going into my hands, like it was so cold. And you know, there was all this mental chatter about, oh, maybe I'll take my arms out and this and that, and like 3 minutes, I don't think so, right? Like in all these sort of battles. But I managed to just go, look, there's a reason why, you know, they haven't stipulated, you know, don't like put your hands in there, and they've actually encouraged us to go for a 3-minute block. So I just put my trust and faith into the process and just kind of surrendered to it. And you know, it was really challenging, and I wasn't sure. Minute by minute was like, even second by second, it was kind of I don't know if this is going to happen or not. But I just stayed moment to moment, just made it through the next moment, and made it all the way to the 3-minute mark, which was the idea. And basically, I felt super proud of myself for actually making it through and following through on that commitment. And afterwards, I felt so much more energized, alive. But the biggest thing was really just feeling proud of myself for making it through something tough. And this is kind of the reason, I guess, why we oftentimes get personal trainers, or we get an expert in like a coach, or whoever it is, an expert in whatever field it is, because then we have somebody who's walked the path before, who can, you know, when the going gets tough, they can encourage us to, you know, believe in our potential just slightly more, right? Make it a little bit further than we perceived was possible for us. And that was what kind of happened yesterday, right? Like, I was doing it with my partner. We were both committed. We'd been told, you know, this is what to aim for. This is why, these are the benefits. And just going beyond our current comfort zone, right? Like if I was just putting it up to what was comfortable and uncomfortable, as soon as my first toe hit that icy cold water, I would have just given up, right? I wouldn't have been out. That wouldn't have been for me. But by following through and just testing myself, like other people can do it, maybe I can. You know, a funny story that I'll just share with you guys as well on this topic is when many years ago, I went and did flying trapeze. It was like one of those fun experiences that I'd been gifted, and I jumped out of a plane, right, and gone skydiving from 11,000 feet. And for some reason, that didn't feel at all scary to me at the time. Everything kind of just didn't match reality. But when I went and did this flying trapeze, instead of being 11,000 feet jumping out of a plane, which you think, yeah, you should probably have some fear about that, and didn't, for me, being only 7 meters above the ground with a big safety net and harness, like I was petrified to like just swing out on this bar and follow this sequence and let go, and you had to flip upside down, and then you had to grab the hands of you know, this flying trapeze expert. You know, you grab their hands and they flick you off and flip you around, and you land back on this safety net. And I was petrified just climbing up the top of this ladder and looking down. You know, even though there was the safety net, there was just, it stirred up this fear, because I was seeing reality for what it was, as opposed to being 11,000 feet up in the air and everything kind of just looks like a speck, and it's like out of your sphere of what reality looks like. So it's a bit different, and I put that down to why I didn't have any fear. And also the fact that I was tandem, so with an expert, and I find it really easy to put all of my trust in an expert in something, you know, and just fully surrender to it. But this was kind of more on me, right? Like me, you know, swinging out by myself and being guided through voice, right? Somebody else directing me. But I was petrified. But because I was surrounded by, I think there was like a class of about 28-year-old kids who were just like flying by and swinging through, because I was seeing it, and I was seeing they're not even scared. Like I knew and trusted that I could do it, right? Even though if I thought about it consciously, of course I can do it. And if I don't do it right, like I'm just going to fall on a safety net, so who cares, right? But we're dealing with a system, our physical being, that has got a lot of fight and flight and freeze responses, right? When those fears come into play. So when we can just test ourselves that little bit extra, go beyond our current perception of our limitations and where our capacity is, that's just only going to help us to realize what we're truly capable of. And the idea is, and the best strategy to do it is just inch by inch, just that little bit extra. You know, for me yesterday, it was, okay, I know I've done 2 minutes in the ice bath, you know, before. So, all right, like they say, let's do 3. That's going to have a lot of benefits. Then let me just test it. I'll add another 50% on what I've done before, you know, and do that 3 minutes. And I just felt just really proud of myself for being able to do it. And I felt all the physical benefits, the mental benefits, and now I feel more empowered by that, right? So whatever it is, however you're going to test yourself, right? I'm just about to head into the gym, and it's hot and stingy. Like I mentioned yesterday, there ain't any air conditioning in this tropical environment, right, with my gym. And today is a massive cardio session. I'm more comfortable with lifting weights than I am doing cardio. So that's why I come to an environment like this, because I get to push myself further in a group environment with trainers than I would by myself, right? So I'm building that muscle to push my body past its current limits, so I can get more and more comfortable with discomfort, like my topic was yesterday, and so that I can realize what I'm actually capable of, right? So I hope that this message resonates with you guys, and I would love to check in with you guys before I have to run off. But who's in the house? I've got Domain and Jacqueline and Bill, awesome, and Matthew And Sanford's in the house, awesome. And Bill, I watched TV in air conditioning. Sounds like a beautiful comfort zone. I love it. Thank you, Bill, and thank you for your words of encouragement there as well. So really hope that you can just have a think today, like from listening to today's message, just think like, what is a little test that I could incorporate into my week or into my day today, where that would allow me to realize more of what I'm capable of. Just do that little bit extra in whatever is something that you're doing that will challenge yourself, that is good for you, that will enhance your well-being in some way, shape or form, whether that's mentally or emotionally or physically, whatever it is. Just hope that today's message will inspire you to push past your current limits and test yourself to see what you're truly capable of. And a life lived like that every day, just testing yourself that little bit more. What am I capable of? Being curious, being the human guinea pig of all things that amplify your well-being and your potential. Like, that's a pretty incredible life. All right, so much love to each and every one of you guys. Appreciate all of you for showing up with me live, and for those of you who watch the recording, always reach out and drop some comments, join in the conversation. We'd love to hear from you. What are you doing to test yourself, or what test have you currently put yourself through that you found a new way of recognizing what you're actually capable of? Would love to hear from you. It's very inspiring to hear your journey and your experiences. All right, so much love, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.